10s, how are you today? Grade 10 Geography. Continue to subscribe to my channel. And today we are looking at the heating of the atmosphere. How is the atmosphere heated, grade 10s? What are the processes that are associated with the heating of the atmosphere? Now, for the atmosphere to be heated, we know that we need to be having the sun. So the first process of heating of the atmosphere is through insolation. Now, what does insolation mean? Insolation means incoming solar radiation, isn't it? Incoming solar radiation. Now, this is how our Earth is heated. This is our Earth's surface, and then this will represent our sun. So we know that as the sun, during the day, the sun is heating the Earth's surfaces. And as the sun heats the Earth's surfaces, it heats the Earth through what we call shortwave radiation. So the Earth is heated by shortwave radiation. Shortwave, as you can see, the waves are short. Shortwave radiation. Now when the sun hits the Earth is going to absorb this heat. And as it absorbs this heat, it will re-radiate the heat back to the surface through what we call the long wave radiation. So the Earth heats back into the atmosphere through what we call long wave radiation, which is also called terrestrial radiation. Terrestrial radiation. So this is how the atmosphere is heated. Incoming solar radiation through shortwave, and then the Earth heats back the atmosphere through terrestrial radiation, which we call long wave radiation. Now, when the Earth is being heated, not all heat is going to be absorbed onto the surfaces or into the atmosphere. Reflection also takes place, isn't it? We do have some reflective surfaces in the atmosphere, on the surface, that reflect back heat into the atmosphere. This will be the snow, the clouds, the dust particles that we find in the atmosphere there. They reflect heat back into the atmosphere. Right, now process what we call scattering. This process occurs when radiation is directed by particles of dust or gas in different directions. When heat is directed in various directions, either by dust particles or by certain gas molecules in the atmosphere, we call absorption that takes place. Heat can be absorbed absorption basically takes place when there is uptake of heat. There is uptake of heat by water vapor. By water vapor in the atmosphere. Again, absorption can take place, like as I said, when the Earth absorbs heat from the sun through the shortwave radiation. When the Earth absorbs heat from the sun. By the shortwave radiation. That is also another process of heating of the Earth surfaces. So we do have incoming solar radiation, we do have reflection that can take place. Sorry, we also do have absorption taking place as the Earth is heated. Now, what are the three ways of heating? How is the energy? How heat energy is transferred. One, it is transferred by radiation, by electromagnetic waves, e.g. shortwave radiation, and longwave radiation. Two, heat energy can also be converted by convection. When air molecules are heated and heat is transferred by warm air rising, by convection currents, that make the warm air rise. So let's say this is our Earth. This is the Earth surface. And then we have heating taking place here. When the Earth absorbs the heating, heat is transferred from the ground by convection currents. 3, heat can also be transferred by conduction. Heat, if it is transferred by conduction, heat is transferred by objects that touch one another or that come in contact with one another. So heat energy will be transferred by these 3 processes: radiation, the convection, and also the conduction. When objects touch each other, then there is conduction. Right, this is the end of the lesson of how heat is transferred from one point to another. Grade 10s, take note of this lesson. Continue to subscribe and hopefully I'll meet you in the next video. Bye.